and square in shape. The walls are barren from reliefs. Most probably, it was consecrated for the cult of god Ammon, whose cult was prosperous in the oasis long time ago during the ancient times. Hatayat Khamisa is considered one of the most fertile lands in Siwa and has the best types of olive gardens that produce the best quality of olives. It's famous for other crops too, and in spite of that, the rich landowners of the village do not live in it, but own houses in the city. As for the houses that exist in Khamisa, they belong to the workers. The village is called Khamisa after a queen who's supposed to have ruled the oasis, and the legend goes that she owned a treasure and that it was hidden somewhere at the edges of the garden at a hill called Khamisa too. According to the manuscript of Siwa, which contains the local history of the oasis and was written in 1883, there were 30 springs in Khamisa, but what remained usable are very few. Besides, its water is wasted as it pours in the salty lakes of Khamisa and El Maraki. Most of these springs are old and filled with sand, but it seemed that this land remained prosperous after the Roman period. In the 15th century, the famous historian Al-Makrizi described this area to be vast countries that comprise a big number of palm trees and fertile lands and water springs. In 1950, the government started to clean and purify the old springs in this area, which were filled with sand. The purpose was to start an experimental project to reclaim the land and dry part of the salty lakes of Khamisa and Maraki, but unfortunately, the project stopped.
Welcome back, dear viewers. As we said earlier that in our first segment for today we are going to talk about how